here's a third angle of the same thing where Antifa shows up to break windows, and again, the Trump supporters call him out and stop him. So again, there's their billy clubs, there's their weapon. That's what Antifa brings. The Trump supporters shut him down. Again, it's a woman, and the Trump supporters shut him down, and then the crowd cheers because Antifa got caught. The men who was dragging Antifa off the windows that they were trying to smash has joined us on the phone now. His name is Turbo. We get his eyewitness account from that day. Turbo, we've reviewed the video. You are the gentleman that pulled what to me appears to be Antifa. I don't see Trump supporters wielding billy clubs and going around smashing things before. That would be the first time that's ever happened. But it's clear in the video, this individual goes up with his little billy club, tries to smash the window. The crowd identifies him as Antifa, and then you step in, drag him off the window, and then the crowd cheers. Tell us your eyewitness account, your story of the events from that day.
Oh, hi, Owen. I've been a big info warrior for a long time. You know, Alex is obviously immortalized for the Bohemian Grove footage, and I just want to say that. But, yeah, so it was a little more complicated than that, actually. So I was up there on the steps. We were protesting, and I hear screams of Antifa, 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 and it's a woman was pointing them out. And I look over, and it's a guy in a gray shirt, and a bunch of patriots have him held up. And the woman's saying, this guy's Antifa, who's carrying a sledgehammer. And I see them carrying his sledgehammer away, like a huge sledgehammer. And then someone goes, put his hat on. And then so they grabbed his hat and they put his hat on, and it was a beret, like a gray beret, you know, like how Antifa wears. It wasn't like a Trump hat. I'm like, this guy is for sure Antifa. He's a postmodernist French little, you know. And then they detained him, you know, for carrying a sledgehammer and trying to break the window initially. And then that same lady, she pointed out to the guy that you see in the video, where she goes, Antifa, Antifa, he's with him. And then I saw him, and I see him smashing the Capitol building, you know, and that's like American architecture. That's like a symbol of America to me. And at that time, we hadn't heard about the police shooting the Ashley Babbitt. And so I was very angry at that Antifa managed to get that far and infiltrate, and they're smashing the windows and making us look bad. Like, I flipped the switch, and I made my way through the crowd, and it wasn't just him. There was like 5 of them there, and everyone was, they were pointing away from him. If you see in the video, there's guys pointing away from him and saying Antifa over there to distract the crowd so he could do that. So I focused on that guy. I grabbed his little billy club and I snatched him up in like half of a rear naked choke. And then all his friends who were fake patriot Antifa grabbed me. They're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, we're not here to smash the building. We're not here to destroy the property. We're here for the traitors. We're here to protest the election steal, you know?
Yeah, and so you're saying, because that wasn't on footage, you're saying there was another guy originally at the front who had a sledgehammer that got identified and removed, but then there were like 3 or 4 backup Antifa that were there in case they got removed to continue the smashing.
Yes, and that sledgehammer guy, there's an Instagram video going around of this Antifa guy admitting that he was paid to protest. I don't know if you've seen that.
So say that again. Where is this video?
On Instagram, it was circulating. I'm not sure exactly the link, but it was an Antifa guy. He's like admitting, yeah, I was paid to protest. I got caught. It was really rough in there. And that was the guy with the sledgehammer with the gray shirt.
Wow. Well, we have to find that video. Is there anything else you want to report from your experience that day?
Yeah, I would say for sure that was the thing that turned the cops really overboard to start tear gassing us indiscriminately and like CS gassing, and it became a very violent situation after Antifa escalated with the cops.
Totally right out of their modus operandi. Wow, incredible. And you know what? It would have been so much worse probably if it wasn't for you and the other Trump supporters that dragged these guys down and stopped them. We have other videos of other areas around the Capitol where it happened. So thank God, there's your heroic act right there. You deserve an award. So we salute you, Turbo, and thank you for coming on to tell your story here today.
Yeah, thank you, Owen. Anytime, man. I'm welcome to provide more information always.
God bless. Thank you so much. This is the video that the guy mentioned earlier, our eyewitness account, which appears to be the leftist who is up on the undercover infiltrator from Antifa, up on the window, smashing it. This looks like the exact same guy. We can cross-reference it live on air with the other video, but here's him admitting, allegedly, this guy admitting he was paid to go out there and start violence. So here's the video we mentioned earlier. Roll it.
Leader McCarthy, the leader in the House, said to us he...
Look, I just left the protest at the Capitol building, and I got a big bruise on my leg. I had a difficult time pulling off the act that I was paid to do. And I'm making this video because I want to confess that I was paid
because he'd also told them to come and be wild. And I hope that's not too philosophical
to pretend to protest
That's a great question.
today.
In my experience, I worked at the agency for 33 years, and
I can't say by who, but I will just say that it's a
these kinds of situations that I watched in other countries.
Organized effort.
Where mobs...
You know, and I wonder where he is in D.C. It looks like almost like an official government building he's in the basement of. I'm not going to jump to any conclusions.